I'm back, and I told you guys I was going to do a Henry Matisse painting, which I am going to do, but I wanted to explain a little bit because I thought about it. And I don't think I explained that his later works, like these, were not actually paintings. He painted the paper and then cut it out and pasted it. So these are actually paper cutouts and not necessarily like this isn't a painting. Does that make sense? Like it's cut paper. Okay. But you can see like this one looks very similar to this one, which is paintings called The Dance, the first version. So so it's the same shape. I hope that makes sense. And then he goes back later and he calls this like the flowing hair. These were supposed to, I think, be acrobats or something. But it doesn't even matter because a lot of it, the same motifs are being done. Does that make sense? Over and over and over and repeated. So I thought the most Matisse thing I could do is take something that I wasn't quite like 100% happy with from my own art and take some paper. And these aren't paper. These are actually paint samples. See? I just kind of got some paint samples. I have other paper too. I have a big bag of paper. See? Okay. So I will probably be using maybe a little bit of these paint samples and a little bit of the paper to kind of rearrange an image on the canvas. I will cut it out, arrange it, and then once I've decided that I like it, I'm not going to just leave it paper. I am going to actually paint it on a canvas. And this is kind of a small canvas. I don't know how big it is. I guess I should do this ahead of time, shouldn't I? Yes, I should. Where's my measuring tape? I don't know where my measuring tape is. I'll tell you guys later. Look, there's a quarter on it. So you can see it's not very big. It's small. See? And so I'm probably going to do it this way. Yeah. And it's not going to look exactly like this. It's just going to be a reimagined version of this bookmark. Because I liked the bookmark before I did the little outlines. And so I feel like I should give this a different shot, this picture, but not, yeah. So I'm going to reimagine it. I'm going to cut it up with paper, and then I'm going to look at it. So I hope you guys don't think I'm crazy that I'm going to reimagine this painting in paper and then paint it. Because remember, it's less about copying somebody and more about like thinking outside the box. And so that's what I'm trying to do. Think outside the box and use my use techniques as opposed to copying. Copying a technique as opposed to copying any piece of art. And so you know I'm not copying a piece of art because I'm copying my own piece of art. I just feel like I'm debating myself at this point. I'm going to get to it. I'm going to cut some paper. I'm not going to make you watch me cut paper. How's that? I'm going to cut some paper. I may or may not use all of these colors. And I may use, like this is very red. I may use, I think I want to go more like a coppery orange red. And then you'll see.